You ready for the video?
Hell yeah.
Let's get it. Okay. Presence. Let's do one together.
Oh.
What is vibing? This is Vish and
I'm Madeleine.
And today we're going to be reacting to Sadhguru's video on
focusing in one direction.
So today we're with Madeleine. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Madeleine. I am a senior at UT. I'm studying philosophy and sociology. I've been into spirituality for probably about 2 years now, like specifically Eastern philosophy, like Buddhism and Taoism, and yeah, it's just been fun being part of the journey.
Sweet. And so do you know who Sadhguru is, by the way?
Vaguely.
Okay. What do you know about him? I'm curious.
I've mainly just seen his videos on TikTok, you know, preaching little nuggets of wisdom here and there, so.
There we go. So have you seen any actual videos of him yet on YouTube?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, so we'll be getting to that soon.
Okay, perfect.
Do you ever find yourself stressed, anxious, or just nervous? Well, that used to be me all the time. And then I found meditation. And it not only got me through that stuff, but out of it. And now I've got over hundreds of people on their meditation journeys. I will be soon coming out with this meditation product, so stay tuned for that.
Let's get straight into the video.
Let's go.
Nischala tattva. Jivan mukti means for one who is unwavering in his intention. For him, liberation cannot be denied. The only reason most of the humanity goes about their life, blundering through their life, not knowing which way to go, is because they keep shifting the direction of their life too often. They may not actually change the direction of their life, but in their mind and emotion, it keeps shifting and shifting and shifting and shifting. The very nature of the existence is such today it is also a scientific fact, but this is the experience of every yogi, that in this existence, there is energy and there's consciousness. There is no such thing as physical matter. Physical matter, as you know it today, is just concentrated patterns of energy. Today, this is established science. But more than 40,000 years ago, when Shiva spoke, he spoke clearly. His involvement was in absolute consciousness or in the energy, never in the physical matter, because he did not see it as real. And he spoke thus, very clearly, without any ambiguity about it. So these are the only two things one needs to deal with. Oh, why didn't you tell us? We wouldn't have done the Surya Namaskar today morning.
I love the background.
You are not doing the Surya Namaskar to build muscle. If you have to know the energy, right now it's concentrated in the form of this body. Only if you use it in a certain way, it'll crackle. Otherwise, it'll sit like a lump of earth. If this has to sit here and crackle, then it has to be kept in a certain way. So whatever the physical sadhana that you're doing is not to build muscle, not to that when you go home, you can dominate the people at home. I'm telling the ladies. You could be stronger than them. 90 days of sadhana, you could be actually stronger than. If your energies can crackle and your mind is focused, then this will just build in that direction. Because the mind is shifting and shifting and shifting focus, it does not know which way to build. The very life within you is confused, it doesn't know which way to go. I would say, more than 95, actually I think it's 99, but so that I'm not wrong, at least 95% of the human energy is simply wasted because most human beings cannot hold anything in their focus for any substantial amount of time. Otherwise, each of them would be opening up a new window, a new door to something else. 7 billion people, if they had all had their minds and consciousness focused, everything, just everything have to yield. Nothing would be unexplored, just everything. If one keeps his mind, his energies and his consciousness organized in one direction for a certain period of time, he not only realizes the nature of this life, the past 84 creations that have happened, they're also here. Everything could be explored by human consciousness.
Wow, that was a beautiful video, and would love to hear what you think, Madeleine.
I thought it was a little hard to comprehend. I feel like for the most part I was following it, but there were some things that I wasn't fully getting. But yeah, it was really fascinating to hear.
Thank you for sharing that and being fully honest about that. And it is interesting because I've seen a lot of Sadhguru's videos, and this was probably one of the more relatively confusing ones that I have seen. And the topic is about focusing in one direction. And full transparency, I do follow most of Sadhguru's teachings and everything that he says, but this is where it goes back to this whole superpower of a statement which is called I don't know. You see, I've never ever disagreed with Sadhguru, but there have been many instances where I've said I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's totally okay, right? When you're following someone, whether it's a guru or a teacher, it's okay to say I don't know and not blindly believe in everything they say, right?
Yeah.
That's super important for your spiritual journey. And it's really cool because Sadhguru himself has actually taught this to me, which was that when you say I don't know, you're truly opening up the possibilities to the truth, right? And the example he always uses was a question he was asked, which is, do you believe in God, right?
Yeah.
And he beautifully responds by saying that whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, both of you are in the same boat. Because people that believe in God don't have complete proof that he exists.
Yeah.
And people that don't believe in God don't have complete proof that he doesn't exist. So it's really just the human egoic mind to want to make these assumptions, right, or these beliefs about life. But in order to be more open or really just get towards that path of consciousness, it's just saying I don't know, right? That I don't know will really carry tremendous power. And so that's where I really fall into as well with this video. It was a little confusing, and I was honestly not able to focus too much in that one direction of itself of the video. But again, I'm very grateful for Sadhguru sharing this wisdom as always. But what did you think with regards to the energy stuff that he was talking about? Did you connect with that? What did you think?
I will say one thing. When he was talking about how Shiva basically said like none of this is real, and everything in the physical world, doesn't exist. One question that I do have is, although I, applaud spirituality for the goal to ascend and to think in a, to not be attached to anything materialistic and in the physical world, I can't help but wonder, we're still human, and we still have these lives and families and communities and, jobs. And how do I reconcile, transcending my ego, but also using it to function in society? I feel like I've made the mistake of withdrawing from myself so much, withdrawing from personality traits, withdrawing from the world to the point where it's hard for me to, I feel like build a place for me in this world for me to explore and have fun. I don't want to completely retreat from what's here and now too, if that makes sense.
That was a beautiful, beautiful question that you kind of put into forth. Something I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. Is this maybe a way of rewording it, or I guess just another lens to what you said? Is it maybe just a question of how do you balance the spiritual with the material? Is that maybe one way to put it?
Yeah, probably so.
Okay, how do you balance that? And I think that's something which, just from the experience I've had, it really comes down to the individual, right? And as I've learned from Sadhguru, it's actually a term that's very widely used in the West, and it's karma. So karma is actually not just action reaction, right? It's apparently the baggage that you carry at a very unconscious level, right? So whether it's thoughts, feelings, emotions, experiences, events, all sorts of things are the karma that you carry within you, right? So it's something that even transcends this body, right? So when this body does pass, the whole, viewpoint, I'm not saying it's true or not true, but is when you do reincarnate into this new being or new body, that karma is carried with you, right? So the whole point of that is that everyone is at different stages of their karma, how much baggage they have. And so because of that, it really comes down to the individual's experience of what will be their balance point. And I think that balance point will really vary person to person, right? So for some people, maybe they're at the point where it's, 99% spiritual, 1% material. But then for others, it's 99% material, 1% spiritual, right? So I don't really think there's a right or wrong. It just comes down to experience.
Okay.
And I guess one way to go about this is just experimenting, right? When you experiment constantly, as well as consciously, you will naturally find that balance. Does that hopefully help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for watching this video with me. I do want to quickly mention, I know I was kind of mentioning how I was not following what Sadhguru was saying before, but I just think maybe with the level of consciousness that I have, I just wasn't comprehending it. And that everyone has different levels of consciousness, and it's okay that if you don't understand something, I think the key is to just be open about that and say that I don't know. So regardless, very grateful for Sadhguru sharing the beautiful nuggets of wisdom, as always, and grateful for you to be here sharing this experience with me. Also, would love to hear what you have to say about this video and what you've learned in the comments down below. So if you have any other video requests, also comment that down below. With that, thank you so much for watching and taking the time. Make it a great day. Take it joyfully. Presence. And one more together. And stay conscious. You did awesome.
Thanks.
That was great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was an awesome
That was neat.
thing.